Hey everybody, it's me, Dawn, I'm sorry, Ragged07. Um, anyways, I have not yet made my 2011 video yet, and I realize it's the 12th of January, but you know what? That's just the way my life works. Um, I think that 2011 is going to be a year of self-discovery on many levels, at least for me personally. I think that a lot of people are on this journey, so to speak. Maybe it's my age, I don't know. But it seems to be that a lot of people are looking for their purpose, their main thing. And I just I I feel that way too. I've had some things that have happened that have in the past few years that I've kind of pretty much tucked away, in that emotional belt there, and so I need to clear some things up for myself. I've taken a back seat in my activist work because I need to work on um, basically bringing myself back up again. I suffer from depression, and when things get crazy or I have an experience that I can't come to terms with, I tend to stuff those emotions, which is bad. And I poured myself into my work, and I forgot how to live for a while. So, um, excuse me, my throat's dry. This is the second, or actually third, take on this. And one of the things that is very important to me that I am going to do is come to a better understanding. Perhaps maybe even joining a group of people who have had near-death experiences that maybe are in my category of near-death experiences. Because, see, I believe that the body, sure, yeah, it dies, but I think that your spirit is actually removed from the body before it actually goes, if that makes sense. Like before your heart stops beating, uh, whatever, your body is pretty much exits right before that. And so while I was, you know, working on dying, my body was, I was off in some kind of little happy land weirdness, and I made a video about it, so because I don't really want to go into too much detail at this time just yet, that I'll put down here in the description thing, lap bar, crotch bar, whatever you call it. I'm going to go ahead and put that in there. Actually, it'll probably be on the annotations. And but if you or somebody you know who has been through a similar situation like myself, I'd really like to hear from them. I've been doing a lot of research on near-death experiences and how it affects people long-term. And right now I'm feeling a little bit of a separation anxiety, and because it was not, it was definitely I won't say religious, because religion and spirituality are very similar but yet different. I won't go into that because it's really too long and self-explanatory, and it could cause a ruckus. I don't want to go there. But it was not to what I imagined because of my religion. Okay. But then again, I was not, quote, dead. And so there was probably no reason for any grand, welcoming or anything like that. It was like being a ghost in heaven. It is really what it felt like. Until the very end. Until the very end of the whole experience. It was just like, it wasn't a dream. I will say that it was not a dream. But everything was in like that sepia thing. And until recently, I thought that I was starting to question myself, like, was it a dream? Was it because I had bleeding in the brain? Was it blah, blah, blah? And I started watching videos and, you know, like, not the hokey junk, like the stuff that's reputable. And I started seeing and noticing people that have the same exact thing that I have. The slideshow, things were in the sepia color, and that looked like an old movie. It was very tranquil, very peaceful. Sometimes, you know, people are greeted by like religious figures or oh, it's snowing out, how pretty. Sorry. And you know, it's just but it wasn't like that until the very end, until I heard the angels singing. And then I realized this is real. Okay, what's the meaning? Another thing that was really wild is that I mentioned in the video about this picnic that I saw. Well, last week my cousin posted a picture of my great-grandmother, who I'd never seen a young picture of, like a younger version of her. And I looked at that picture, and I was like, she looks familiar. Like, really, really familiar. And like I said, I had no idea what she looked like as a younger person. And she looked a lot young, you know, different, you know, from a vibrant, say, 30-something-year-old to somebody, you know, in their, say, 60s. And back then, you know, when you were like 60, you looked old. I mean, it wasn't like 60 today, where you're like still out running marathons. And I realized actually last night that that was my grandmother that was in the in my experience, and my great grandmother, I should say, and my grandpa's side. And wow, I mean, that just kind of really validated everything. Also, while I'm having this like complete revelation, I remembered the rainbows that Matthew and I saw the night before, and he and I were just like totally dumbfounded. We were going out of the store, and I don't have pictures of it here. If I do, it's like in the assorted rainbow pictures. But there was one like over here, one in front of us, and then one off to the side. And I remember the one had a double rainbow, and they were so bright. And I thought, oh, this is so wonderful, because the introduction of our bill is tomorrow. Oh, this is so great. This is a great sign, you know, for us in Ohio, and let's start the healing and all that great, you know. And as I was watching this video last night, it was almost like I was taken someplace else, and it was this voice. And although I was still aware that I was sitting at my desk watching this, because I had to watch it online, and it was like, do you remember the rainbows? And yeah, of course I did. And it was like, those were for you, to let you know that things were going to be okay. And and if you guys, like, especially my Christian friends, okay, if you know what it's like when you're praying and you get that word, you know, that voice, you know what I'm talking about. And that's what it was like. And so it was that same voice that when you're in deep prayer, that talks to you. And it's not of your own. It's internal and external, but only for you to hear it. And it, okay, please don't call me crazy. But, you know, it was a really, really, really wild experience. And not that I've been ignoring it for the past almost 3 years. I have tried to just sort of, I don't know, brush it off, I guess, because I know I have to stay here. And I feel like I'm having separation anxiety, in a way, because it was like, it was right there where you could reach it, you could touch it, and then it was gone. And I thought about writing about it, and put that one in my chapters of my book, if I ever get really, really, truly serious about that. But I've taken a step back on my activism because I think this is something I seriously need to focus on, and in that particular realm of work, it drains a lot out of you on several levels, because you're dealing with a totally different realm of people that think, I don't know. It's just very, very different. It's very different. Not to say that I don't love those people, because I do, but there's just a lot of distractions in which I don't want to deal with right now, and I can't. I actually can't deal with, because I got to get this together. And so, please, if you know somebody who's been through this, let me know, because I do have Skype. I do have Yahoo. If they want to talk, private message me. And I really appreciate sincere people, because this is a very serious life event that I'd like to hook up with other people that have also experienced it or know something about it, and not just, oh, well, it was this or that. No, I mean, like, from a real true point of view. Okay, so anyways, I love you guys, and happy 2011, and I hope you discover yourself this year, because that's why we're here. All right? Thank you, and I love you all. Peace be with you. Bye-bye. And where's the little red button?